Along with Hayek, Friedman was a leading economist representative of neoliberalism. He advocated monetarism. Since the 1970s, he has been widely regarded as an economist with a profound influence on mainstream economists. Friedman came from a Jewish immigrant family. Although his family was quite poor, he graduated from Rutgers University and received a master's degree from the University of Chicago and a doctorate degree from Columbia University. From 1946 he served as a professor at the University of Chicago for about 30 years. He was a scholar throughout his career. Friedman argued in his 1962 book that the government should reduce intervention and expand individual and market freedoms. Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. He raised an objection to this famous speech by President Kennedy. Behind this is the view that the state is the owner and the citizen is the servant. If you are a true libertarian, you have to ask yourself how you can leverage on your government while still doing your duty. He says the greatest enemy of freedom is the concentration of power. Although government is a tool that allows us to enjoy freedom, Friedman said that if power is concentrated in the hands of politics, it becomes a threat to freedom. He also argued that economic freedom is a necessary condition for political freedom. Friedman also opposed Keynesian economics, which was then the dominant trend. In particular, he had a view on the Great Depression that was different than Keynes. The Great Depression was caused by the central bank's drastic cut in the supply of currency, despite a slowdown in economic activity. In other words, the Great Depression of the 1930s was not due to the inherent flaws in the market economy, but due to the wrong government policy. He expressed these arguments by saying that money supply is really important. This does not mean that monetary policy is more effective than fiscal policy. This means that the main cause of economic turmoil is currency turmoil, which should be prevented. This school of thought that views money supply as fundamental to policy is called monetarism. Friedman predicted that Keynes' economic policy leads eventually to stagflation. And it has been happening since the 1970s. His arguments have been regarded as the economic theory that greatly inspired Reaganomics and Thatcherism. What Friedman said in a 1969 lecture in London became well known. Inflation is always and everywhere a monetary phenomenon. He said that expanding government expenditure does not help solve unemployment problems. Rather, it leads to inflation. Friedman won the Nobel Prize in Economics in 1976 for his contribution to opening a new horizon in the field of economics. Principles of economics. How markets work. Principles of firm behavior. Principles of income distribution and frontiers of economics. Principles of national economy. How money and exchange rates work. How economic fluctuations and economic policy work. Translated into 6 languages and exported to the world. The people of the world enjoy economics.